Busy day today. I didn't do too much video because I was cutting grass, and I figured, why would you guys want to watch me cut grass and weed eat the fence line? That doesn't sound like fun. It wasn't. There's two things I don't like on the farm. The two things I just don't like on the farm: weed eating the fence line and building the fence. Just two things I have no love or passion for at all. I could care less. But I do it to keep my dog in. Now the reason for this video is to kind of give you an update of what's going on. And I got a few things I want to talk about. There's two major things and then one minor issue. The major issue is I get a lot of people asking me about how do I keep fire ants out? Well, there's a couple ways of doing it. One, you can use a chemical, which I don't prefer to use a chemical. But the alternative that I use isn't much better, but it does work. So what I do is I buy a piece of 2-inch pipe, or 1.5 inches is fine too. I cut it to about 3 foot long, and I shove that pipe in the hole. I pull back on it just a tiny bit, and I dump a cup of gas in there. I pull the pipe out slowly. I cover the fire ant pile up. Now what happens to gas? Gas turns into a vapor. That vapor releases, and when that vapor releases, it kills all the ants. Now I have tried this in my garden when I was told about it, and I tested it because I was worried that it would adhere in soil, cause complications. It did nothing of the sort. That same, probably a month after that, when I did it, I said, okay, well, I'll plant lettuce there. So I planted some mixed greens there. They grew like wildfire. They grew and grew and grew. They grew better than the one that I planted. I don't know, go figure. But that's one issue. So fire ants, that's how I handle them. I don't use a granule. I don't use a fertilizer or a pesticide. I don't like to use pesticides. Bad enough we've used them in the past, and we still use them once a year now. And the reason being for using them once a year now is because we use it for ticks. We have ticks in Tennessee, oh so bad up where I'm at. And I don't want to get Lyme disease, and I want nobody in my family to get it. So that is the only thing that we use to eliminate that. Now on top of it, it's a multi, so it gets rid of grubs. It gets rid of the stuff I don't want here, really. And I know bugs are important. They're important to the ecosystem, and I get it. I get it totally. We do it once a year, and right now is about the time I'll do it because they'll hatch their eggs, and then I won't do it again until next year. So, and that's a plus about this stuff. It's one time, and for the rest of the year, you should be good. But as long as you keep your grass cut and you got chickens, you let chickens free range. I let my chickens free range today for 6 hours. What I normally do is I'll let the dog out in the morning for 6 hours, and then I'll let the chickens out. But seeing how I was cutting grass, Faith didn't get to come out like she normally does because of me cutting grass. So what I do is I try to let her come out in the morning. That way it's cool, it's nice, because she's a heavy coated haired dog, and she runs and plays, and I bring her in until the sun gets down low enough to where there's enough shaded areas and it cools down some. Now, after that, I'll let the chickens out, and the chickens can go roam the whole entire thing if they want to. I don't care. They always seem to make a mess, you know. I got my trees all mulched up real nice, and they look all good. And they always go straight for those trees and mess all that mulch up. So I'm done. I'm not mulching them anymore. I let them go. Chickens, what are you going to do? Trump needs to do his job. That's my rooster, in case you're wondering. So on top of that, the next thing I want to get into is fire ant bites, okay? Now, when I was living in Georgia, I had a lady tell me a long time ago when I was working on her farm, I guess you could call it. It wasn't really a farm, but one of her paddocks. She never had any animals or anything. And I had stepped in an anthill, and it covered my leg. I had fire ants all over my leg, and they were biting, they were hurting. And she asked me what was wrong because I come limping in. And I said, I just stepped in a fire ant hill and my legs all ate up. And she goes, all right. She says, just stay there. She runs into the house. She grabs a bottle of peroxide. She pours it on my leg. And she says, now you just let that stuff sit there and dry. And I said, okay. So I let it sit there and dry. 10 minutes later, I didn't get any of the nodules that come from the fire ant bite. And on top of that, I didn't get the itch. So that woman knew what she was talking about, and I never had a problem. That was great. That was a good tip for you. Now, let's talk about the next thing. Oh, where'd it go? Let's talk about getting stuff done on the garden, in the garden area. All right, I have been going crazy, not having a lot of time to film because I have deadlines that I have to meet for my garden. I got a little behind, and now I'm finally starting to get caught up. I have got radishes planted. I have got, well, two types of radishes. I got a candy cane radish and regular radish. I got our beets are all planted. They're not doing too good. I didn't plant them. Miss Amy planted them, so we'll see. I'm not saying nothing. We'll see. I got the beans planted. I got our Italian hot peppers planted. I got our candy cane peppers, sweet peppers planted. And I got our, I forget what they're called, sweet. They look like a tomato, but they're a pepper. A sweet tomato pepper or something like that. I got that planted. They're supposed to be really good stuffed with Italian sausage. So, I'm all about that. I got our herb beds done. I've done the herb bed. As that starts to come in, I'll go and I'll video that so you can see it so you don't have to hear me, I did this, I did that. We used to have 3 rosemary bushes. 2 died, 1 survived. I'm trying to bring it back now. We'll see. I don't know. It looks good and it looks bad. So we'll see. Maybe it'll come back. If it does, great. I think this year I'm going to cover them when we get a frost coming, because that last frost we had did a real good number on it. I don't know why. But it's got a bed on its own. I'm still not having any luck with marigolds. I keep trying and trying and trying to grow marigolds. And I have no luck. I'm going to have to go out and buy marigolds. Yeah, me. I'm going to have to go out and buy marigolds because I can't grow them sons of bees. Son of a biscuit. But I did get our sweet baby watermelons, our Georgia sweet watermelons, which are the bigger watermelons. I did get our sweet cantaloupe planted. I got our butternut and our acorn squash planted. Those seedlings are all in the greenhouse. They're going now. They should be ready in about 3 weeks. That gives me 3 weeks to get the back bed behind me done. I haven't put my road covers on yet. I have to get that done today. There's so many things going on because, when you're on the farm, it's one thing after another. As soon as spring hits, it is a mad dash run. Once you get the garden done and get everything planted, you're good. You get a break because you just need to do the upkeep. Go in, pull some weeds, you're good to go. Don't have to worry about it, And I have to start building the house. And I got to start the house by my next Sunday, I think it is. Or the Sunday after. I have to start the house. So I don't have a lot of time. I got my tomatoes. Those are all ready to go. I got to get them in the ground. They're really not starting to look too hot. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Here, I'll let you see a couple of them. I mean, they look okay. I need to, look at this. I want you to see this. Normally, you're able to pinch these suckers off. They're that strong. There's too many of them growing in here at once. So I gotta kill the one and keep the. Oh wow, this one had 4. How'd they get 4 seeds? Oh boy. Well, that'll stop that one from struggling. Sorry, that's my ADD going off again. Can't help it. Oh, oh, what else? Man, so many things going on here at the farm. Well, guys, I think that's gonna really pull it all together on what's going on here. I will give you a video in the next couple of days, another one showing of all the stuff that I did get done. Yeah, I got a lot to do. I got a lot to do. So at that point, guys, God bless you. Don't forget, hit that subscribe and hit that like button and tell your friends about us. And we're almost there. We're so close. I think we're 189 away from hitting our goal. 189 subscribers away from hitting our goal. I can't believe it. Well, at that point, guys, I'm out of here. Until next time, I'll see you in the garden.